Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today must be Sunday, and we are here to invite you guys to come out and be with us on Tuesday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm in Studio A, and Miss Fiona is over in Studio B. Hello, Miss Fiona. How you doing today?
I'm well, Dr. Ron. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well also. I am still glad to be alive. For those that
That's
don't live in the Chicagoland area, this is what we call in Chicago hibernation weather. Because it's cold outside. They made a whole song about it. Baby, it's cold outside. So when it's cold outside, this is when you stay inside. You get hobbies, you get all sorts of stuff to make sure that you don't go out there and have to fight the elements unless you have to. Now, some folks ain't got no choice. They got to go out there and fight the elements, but I ain't one of them people. I get to stay inside. I know Miss Fiona has to go out and fight the elements.
yeah. The less I have to, the less I will. But
Okay.
Monday through Friday, I
Monday through
have to.
Friday, you out there
Mhm.
making it happen. Going to make the
Yeah,
donuts.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. I
Mhm.
know. I remember those days when I had to, but I was always blessed to make sure that I seasonally worked in the South,
Mhm.
during this time of year. But in 21, that wasn't no
Mhm.
blessing either because the South froze up too. Now
Mhm.
all last week, all through the South, they had ice storms and,
I know,
it
right?
was just like unbelievable. And then from what I
Mhm.
understand, by Tuesday, they'll be back to 70 degrees and their normal winter weather. So all
Mhm.
the people in the South, we hold you up in prayer as always. You know.
Mhm.
Now look, let me get my speech out the way, and then we're gonna go into our Black History Moment, which is a feature that we do on each and every Sunday. So you all don't go nowhere. You stick right there. Miss Fiona's got something interesting for you on today, as always you know. So I didn't even ask her. I should start asking her because last week she got me. She threw some street names at me, with Poo Poo and Ray Ray and all of them. And I'm like, they wasn't in Black History. I just saw them on 47th Street last week. you know. but
Black history.
yeah, Black History, but not Black History, right? They just
Mhm.
black and in history, okay?
Right.
All right. So the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all of the healthcare heroes that are on the front line keeping our family and friends alive, and they've been doing an outstanding job of doing it. And I just have to salute them and applaud them every time we go live. That's the reason why I wear this shirt, this doctor shirt in solidarity to all of the healthcare heroes that are out there. They're doing a great job. I want to keep them encouraged and keep them motivated and let them know that we applaud them and think about them each and every time that we go live. Also, by today being Sunday, I want to give a shout out to all of the pastors that are on the front line as well, that are keeping us spiritually uplifted, holding us together in this time of pandemic. We applaud you. We salute you. You're doing a wonderful job as well. And we like to salute you on Sunday, especially on Sundays. And also, I want to give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Lloyd Michael Hunt. If you are not familiar with him, scroll down on my timeline. You'll see some of his messages. You can also go over to my YouTube channel. I got a playlist devoted directly to Dr. Hunt, and you'll be able to find out everything you need to know about Dr. Hunt. And also, what I want to do is invite everybody to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. And when you get over there, I want you to browse around, take a look at all of the information that is on the site, fill out the contact card, click on the YouTube tab, go over and subscribe. We also want you to like and share, and especially support all of our vendors. We have advertisers and vendors that make it very possible for what we do right here and all of our media outlets. And we welcome a new vendor on this week. We'll talk about them more on Tuesday. We got a daycare. I swear, I don't know how that happened because I don't even like little children. But we got a daycare as a new vendor, and we want to applaud and support them and let people know where they are so that they can go and bring their children, whichever you call them, down there to the daycare so that they can continue to be a supporter of this show. So, all that being said, now we're gonna throw it over to Miss Fiona. She's got a historical black figure for us, and this is going to be a regular feature, not just in Black History Month, quote unquote. You know, Black History is 365 days out of the year. There has been a celebration of blackness that we want to pay attention to and applaud because without our history, we won't know how rich and how powerful we are and can be. So I'm devoted to this. We're going to keep on doing this nonstop all year round, as long as Miss Fiona don't quit me.
But
So Miss,
that was a good one.
yeah, see how I
That was
reeled
a
you
good one.
in real slow there.
I see you. I see you. That was a real good one. Thank you.
Yeah, that let you know you
Uh,
got a permanent home. Yeah, you know.
I
So
appreciate it.
what you got for us this week, Miss Fiona?
Today's facts in Black History Moment is coming from Face to Face with Africa. Before I start, Dr. Ron, did you know that California is named after a black queen?
Yes, I actually
Yeah.
did. Yeah, and I
Okay.
actually saw that picture of her. She was topless from the waist up, and and that's what made me go read about her. I'm like,
That's what made you get it?
Who is
Okay,
this
well, I'm gonna read
sister
about
right
that
here?
beautiful black queen. Honey. Okay, so although there's some historical documents that have suggest that California was named Caladia Fornex, which means a hot furnace, there's a growing interest in another possible true story about the state's origin, and California being named after Queen Calafia. So there are some historians that say a Spanish writer who goes by the name Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo. Ever heard of that gentleman?
Nope.
Okay. Well, this gentleman wrote a widely popular novel called The Adventures of Espandian around 1500s. And Montalvo's island of California was named after Queen Calafia, who is said to have been a beautiful black Moor and pagan. And I'm not really clear, and I would always say for people to go research what a Moor and a pagan is, because I've been seeing that throughout our own history. Um, so her mission was to raise an army of women warriors and sail from California with a woman army to join the Muslim battle against Christians who were defending the I just forgot the word. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Constantinople.
Okay. Constantinople.
Now, is it Constantinople? Okay,
I think so.
Constant
Yeah.
Constantinople, which was the capital city of the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So though Queen Calafia would ultimately defeat, she captured the imagination of many people around the world, especially that of the Spanish explorer Herman Cortez, who would come to explore and name the state of California. So you may ask, why is this important? The historian John Williams Templeton said that Queen Calafia is a part of California's history. And she also reinforces the fact that when Cortez named the place of California, he had 300 Black people with him. So, winding up right now, California has many museums that explain. One of the things that we're trying to do is to let people have the additional insight and appreciation of the contributions that African Americans have to this wonderful country, and specifically the state of California.
Amen. And just speaking to the point about the warriors, there was also a point made that the Amazonian women or tribe of Amazonia followed or patterned the same techniques of war, or battle. They were
Mm-hmm.
women warriors, that came together and conquered and protected what they had to offer. And when you say pagan, I reference that as being they worshipped false idols. That is a definition of pagan.
Okay.
Where they worship false idols, and which is not uncommon during that time period because generally most tribes they worship the sun god or the god of the rain or the land of the harvest. That was common.
Mm-hmm.
That they would offer up tributes in order to have a good harvest season. So they would even the American indigenous people of this country used to do rain dances. In order
Mm-hmm.
to when they were having a drought, they would offer up a dance to help try and bring rain. So these customs carried over from many, 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 many centuries of generations before them. So it's not unusual. So I know sometimes in trying to evaluate heroes from the past, we would say, "Oh no, they were pagan gods." No, that was the custom of the
Mm-hmm.
time. So don't discredit our heroes. And the Moors were generally always referred to as people of dark skin. So that was something that the Moors traveled the world. They opened
Mm-hmm.
up the waterways for everybody to travel. And if you go study the history of the Moors and where they traveled, just a little pointer to throw out there: the Moors traveled counterclockwise to what everybody else traveled. And the Moors were smart enough to, like, when they traveled counterclockwise, like say they would leave what we would call a European nation now, and we get to the shores of say California, they would arrive at harvest time. So they would get there in time to restore their ships with food to keep on traveling. So they wasn't starving or going places
Right.
where they couldn't eat. So and then they left people behind in these places as well. So Moors inhabited every continent. So it's not unusual to hear the history of the Moors and know that these were some very smart travelers. You know, and that was our Black History moment for this week. Y'all didn't know I was that smart, did you?
Hey, ask Dr. Ron.
And I enjoy this so much because usually the topics that you pick, it was so funny because when you picked her, when you just said it, because I didn't ask ahead of time, I
Hmm.
actually did see her, and she was sitting there with a portrait and was topless. Now, of course,
Wow.
her Oreos and all that stuff wasn't Oreolas or whatever y'all call them wasn't showing or nothing, but I was like, who is she? Got my attention.
Hmm.
This ancient person here.
Hmm.
And they had a picture of her or a likeness of her. We don't know if that's actually her or not, but it was a
Right.
likeness, and it
Hmm.
made me, want to know who she was. So it was interesting that you brought that one out. You know,
Well, yeah, she definitely is rich in our history.
yes, yes,
Hmm.
and the whole state of California, of course, she won't get any credit for it. She'll get a subtitle,
Hmm.
like, oh, by the way,
Right.
she
This
might have
is
had
really.
something to do with it, because I'm
Hmm.
still stuck on the fact that, how you gonna discover something that was totally inhabited in the first place? Okay, I'm just saying, you know,
It's only some things that make me be quiet, and that's one.
yeah, because that's just like me saying, okay,
Hmm.
I'm gonna discover your house. Now you and your entire family are living there, but I'm gonna go in there and post a flag. I'm gonna kick my feet up on your couch. Oh, I discovered this. This is mine now.
Hmm.
You
Right.
know. Now y'all don't know me, so if y'all beat me down and kick me out the house, y'all would be within your rights.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but if you mess around and feed me some food or something, I might not never leave. Like,
Right.
hey,
And
what y'all got?
bringing them to the picnic.
you know, but I'm still
Mhm.
claiming this is mine now. Y'all just
Right.
being friendly, by feeding me and keeping me from expiring. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I ain't never been here, and I'm like, hey, and then I'm gonna get on the phone and call up everybody else and say, hey, I discovered Fiona's house, y'all. We ain't gonna call
Right.
it Fiona's house no more. We're gonna call this, we're gonna call this the United Nations or whatever the whatever. Okay,
Right.
and when y'all ain't looking, we're gonna sneak in there and chop y'all head off and say, now we ain't got nobody to fight against. Okay,
It belongs to me now.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
how most history went. When it comes to the Europeans, Spaniards, Portuguese, they were famous for that. See, you done stirred up my rebellious nature,
And that's all right.
and that's all right. Well, look,
That's all
y'all
right.
need to come hang out with us on Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We have a musical guest coming on. Miss Sandy Red is going to be our guest on Tuesday. I am so looking forward to her. She has been making her media rounds. She's been talking to all of the radio stations in and around the country. She has released a new album. I am so curious to find out everything that she's got going on. And for those that don't know, across the country, across the water, Sandy Red was a guest on the talented show The Voice. And she's gonna come hang out with us. See, I got a little juice in certain places. She come to hang out with us, and I am so looking forward to it. So, look, we're gonna get out of here. We're not gonna hold y'all up because this is not the show. This is only the invitation to come check out the show coming up on this Tuesday. So you ain't gonna want to miss it. And we might, even get a chance to play her new song on the show. That's if she wants us to, because she might be waiting on a grand premiere or something. I don't know, but we can talk about it. I know that. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys tell somebody, come hang out with us on Tuesday, because we're gonna be getting it in. Miss Fiona, get us out of here. Tell us what you got to tell us.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. See you on Tuesday.
Peace, y'all.